So I made a Patreon and wow, it did not quite go the way I expected. Let's get to it. Okay, so I made a Patreon. Yeah, and I got a bit of heat from it from the Audiobus community. And to be honest, it was well deserved because it helped me know exactly which direction I was going. Not because I was like angry or anything of the sort, but there's a lot of stuff you can't really convey through text. So I pretty much made this channel as a way for me to share my ideas and my take on a lot of different concepts. See, when I started in iOS production and music production in general, I didn't really have a lot of resources, and Audiobus forum was a really excellent source. And over the short time I've been there, I've learned a lot of content. I've talked to a lot of skilled people. I'm not going to call out names because I promised not to call names in the video. But yeah, I learned a lot of stuff, let's just put it that way, from a lot of skilled people. And I got to channel the knowledge that I already knew from playing guitar or playing piano towards something that was completely, I guess I'd say, experimental, because iOS isn't really an established platform. So I made the Patreon as a way to assist people who are starting out like me, if they needed more direct feedback. But it's gotta be people who at least have some knowledge of music production or some sort of musical background that they can pick up some stuff. I really feel P. Jones is the excellent resource for the beginners who are getting started. But for people who are trying to take it a little step forward, I want to be able to at least add just a small drop to their lives. My main focus is my YouTube channel, which is where I share a lot of values and stuff. Patreon is just more as a way for me to give people who need that extra help, or as a way for me to fund the YouTube channel, because as a small channel, I'm not really going to be making any revenue anytime soon, and that's perfectly fine. Me controlling the posts is a way to, what's the word? Is a way to give the people who are already members the feeling of, you guys get access to some exclusive stuff for a time, but don't worry if at any point you do unsubscribe, you will still be able to access it at any time. Okay, so I'm back. So where am I getting at with a lot of the questions on the forum? I actually promised I would answer quite a few questions on the forum. I'm not going to call out names except for a specific one, which was really, really funny. Seriously, Jolico, that joke was like, mwah, it was perfect. It's like, damn, I wouldn't have thought of it. But okay, I'm going to answer a few posts, but I'm going to keep the questions as general as possible. I'm just going to get my iPad right now. Just give me a sec. Okay, let's begin. So I'm going to open up the recent threads. I'm only going to be looking at it up until today, which is Friday. So before the post is out, just so I can get on top of this thing, because I really don't want anything to sway your views of the article. I want the article to speak for itself when it's out on Saturday, so that you can be able to, what's the word? So you can make a clear decision and see if this is something useful. Okay, so I wrote an article and it took a while. I dealt with a lot of research. I learned some stuff the hard way, that if you work on a post on a computer and if you rework on it on the iPad, when you link images, it doesn't apply on the iPad. So I had to start re-downloading it again. I probably put a few clips of like some of my work process there when I was working on the article. But again, it's not out of sympathy or anything, but it's just to put things into perspective. I still hear your thoughts. You can leave your thoughts in the Audiobus community. Let's have a discussion so we can all see how we can help develop. Because as much as this channel is something that I'm starting as a way to share my creative process, if it doesn't add value to you or to anyone else, it's pretty much pointless. I'd rather it's like I'm just talking to a mirror. All right, let's take a look. I'm going to be reading this. I'm not going to screen record anything because I don't want it to be linked to anyone's question. So I'll try and summarize it as best as I can. Let's see. The way my articles are going to be is I'm aiming for 4 articles a month. 3 are going to be free and free immediately to access. 1 is going to be the one that I spend the most amount of time evolving, getting feedback from people in the community that's in my Patreon to improve, or me just revising so many times to get perfect. And the goal of me keeping it all in one platform is so I can easily update it. I want to make sure the content I put there is relevant to everyone. But something I didn't really realize, because from my side, when I see a profile, it looks a little bit different. Like I can see all the posts and whatnot. And whenever I tried opening it from a different place, like if you had access to one of the links, you could probably see a lot of my posts. But when I link something that is promotional, it looks like it never shows you any of the free articles. And it seems like it was more like a cash grab, which was not my intent. My goal was, again, to help people who are still trying to navigate through iOS, but they need a space where they can share their ideas. But the reason why it's not $1 or $2 is because I want it to be a conscious effort that you're willing to take your production to the next step. So you're reaching out. Let's see. Questions. So there was something about like the way the post seems like it was more of a emotional stuff. Maybe, but I like to always put my emotion in my work. And maybe it's not a good way of saying things, but whatever I like to put, I like to make sure I do it to the best of my ability. So about me being relatively new, I was serving as the authority of iOS. I don't believe I am the authority. To be honest, I'm just some dude on the internet who is just giving tips or making shortcuts or sharing ideas. So that's the way I'm portraying my channel. I'm not the ultimate source of resources. And we've got a lot more skilled people out there, both in the forums, both on YouTube channels like Pete Jones, Henny Tha Bizness, Jakobhaq, the sound tester. These are people I'm not trying to compete with, because it makes no sense really competing. Each person does a different thing. I think Pete Jones is the expert to help people who are starting out in iOS production. I think Henny Tha Bizness shares a lot of his energy and his drive in what he does. I think Nutrix the Synth Guy is an excellent resource if you're trying to look into a bit more of specific technical aspects that can't be covered. Electronic sound, the dude is incredible with the amount of ways that he's able to manipulate Beatmaker Tree and some other apps like that. Brandonrico, great hip-hop producer. I've talked to him a few times. I've appeared on one of his online streams. Elbowmedia Studio, really enjoyed the guy's content. I just found out about his channel and I'm like, damn, this is top tier stuff that I wonder why not many people know about him. I've already said Jakobhaq, the sound test stream. Oh my god, the dude posted so many stuff. It was actually my first subscriber, and I will never forget that, honestly. That's how amazing the dude is. Despite reaching so many people, it was actually my first subscriber, and I won't forget that. What else am I forgetting? I'm sorry, there's so many people I don't know because I don't have my full list yet. So yeah, I actually had a few people who were sort of getting where I was coming from, and to those of you out there, I really do appreciate you for looking at it. To those of you who were a bit uncomfortable with it, I also do respect your views, honestly, because I won't know what works until I put myself out there. And me making that post directly on a forum full of experts was me kind of like diving in deep. Okay, let's get back to it. So I just woke up, and one of the things that just came to my mind right now was I doing this for the publicity? Was I doing it for the views? Honestly, no. And I'm going to get that right off the bat. No. I made the post on the Audiobus forums for me to be able to share my idea and to share a concept. And really, it was mainly to share the article I did that. Sure, I didn't really anticipate it like that. I'll be honest, I kind of thought the way I modeled it was you'd see this one as locked, but you could scroll down and see the rest of my post. It looks like it didn't come out that way. I'll look into getting that worked for the next release, because yes, I do plan on releasing a few more articles that are unique to my Patreons, but will be available after some time to everyone. But yes, but at the same time, I wasn't planning on making this thing like into a video. I honestly didn't have any plans on it. It was as the way the forum was going, I felt like, okay, these are a lot of questions. They were valid questions, but it was a lot of questions. And I kept getting a lot of harsh criticism, let me put it that way, about it. And some of them were warranted because this is like a really odd style of doing something. So yes, I made this video as a way to answer some of the questions that I'm getting. And I'm going to look back in a few years and think, okay, was this worth it? Or rather, this video might just be one of those videos on my playlist that just gets ignored, and that's perfectly fine, honestly. At the same time, why did I make this video? Am I some sort of, like, as someone quoted in the comment, a fame whore? Well, it wasn't quite that name, but let me just put it that way. Heck no. As of this moment right now, I only have 160 subscribers. Now, I'm thankful for all the subscribers I have right now. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot. But I'm actually glad it's not a lot. Because I rather give value to a small amount of people that like my content or want to learn more about my production style than for me to have a large number of people, but I'm not able to contribute value to most of them. Or what we talk about doesn't really help advance their production game. So yeah, to summarize, am I doing this for the clicks and the likes? Absolutely not. Did I do this? Did I expect to get this much reaction? No. But I decided to come up front here and let you know that, look, it is what it is. And I'm making this to clarify, so I don't have to keep repeating a lot of things over and over again, because I can't type the same response to everyone. I'm going to be posting out a few more videos as I normally do. I haven't actually produced as much music this week because I've been so caught up with other work and with the next project that's coming up. So yeah. And yeah, some people might not like my style of production, and that's absolutely fine. Again, I'm not trying to cater to a wide amount of people. I'm trying to cater to some people. I'm trying to share my experiences and my production style. My goal isn't for me to be an entertainer or something of the sort. My goal is for me to share my knowledge and also to learn more from a lot of people. Because that's pretty much what we're doing as musicians. We're just sharing our work. And I mean, we hope our work will live in some form or another. So anyways, I'm going to be back to it. Have a great one, guys. Bye. Oh yeah, so to those of you who've been wondering, I usually put some sort of Easter egg. Well, I don't usually, but maybe I'll try and put more effort into putting more Easter eggs. The Easter egg in this video is that guitar over there. What am I doing with the guitar? Well, yeah. Alright, this one goes out to you, Michael. I don't have popcorn because of isolation. Maybe conflicts will work. Okay.